Good evening, and welcome to the 15th annual giving for the All Seasons Fundraising Gala. I am your MC, John Cheang. I am, and we are grateful that you all have joined us tonight, whether virtually, thank you friends, or here in person at Terasaki Budokan, in support of the great organization, the Asian Pacific Community Fund. Now, I love the Asian Pacific Community Fund. We've all just had an extraordinarily difficult year, and we've had a lot of focus on the API community. And frankly, we need to shine with this spotlight, because for too often, we have been overlooked and we have been ignored. And APCF filled that dearth, filled that cavity, in making sure that we brought people together to raise the money to help nonprofit organizations address critical needs that affected so many of us. And so this is a continuation of the important work, and thank you to APCF. Now, to start off our program tonight, I invite up to the stage the great Michael Lee, the chair of APCF.
Hi, everyone. Hi. It's good to see everyone, and it feels great to be outdoors. We weren't sure if this was going to happen this year with all the craziness that occurred, but we're here. We're the first event that the Budokan has had at this venue, so we're very, very honored to be here, and it's really, really good. Yeah. And I'm really, really happy that we have the option to wear or not wear our face masks while we stand up here. You know, last year was APCF's 30th anniversary, and due to everything that was going on, we missed the opportunity to really celebrate all that APCF has done for the community. Back in 1990, a group of visionaries, many of them who are here with us tonight, started APCF to bring more awareness to the Asian Pacific Islander communities, and 30 years later, we're still sitting here, and thanks to the leadership, the staff, we're stronger than ever. And I think I want to give Chung Yen and the entire staff just a round of applause. You guys have done phenomenal. So APCF's mission is to build a stronger API community, to cultivate new leaders that will help us in all aspects of our social, professional lives, and also just to build a stronger community overall. Right now, I believe with all of the stuff that's happened in the last year, the API community's needs have really been brought to light. And I think we should take this moment to think about whether or not there are more younger generation folks or professionals or even people towards the end of the careers that would like to come out and help build a stronger community. APCF is always looking for more people to get involved, to be involved in the board. Also, all of the network agencies that we work with would love additional support as well. So if that's something that you've thought about or something that you know that people would be interested in, please reach out. We are always here with open arms. Next, I'd like to thank Tony. I don't know where Tony is. Oh, there you are. And Marco, our Gala co-chairs. They were responsible for planning everything tonight. So with that, Tony, Marco.
All right. Thanks, Michael. Good evening. I'm Tony Cho, board member, and this year's Gala chair. Marco here also co-chaired with me, and so we're honored to lead the committee tonight to this successful event. We're excited to announce, with your support, our first hybrid Gala ever. It's been a big undertaking by staff, and we really appreciate everyone being out here to support us. Thank you for joining us and making this such a positive impact for the community. Of course, we wouldn't be here tonight if it weren't for all of you, and so we'd like to recognize tonight's sponsors.
The diamond sponsor is Cathay Bank. Thank you.
Platinum sponsor, Edison.
Platinum sponsor, Julia and Ken Gouw. Thank you.
And platinum sponsor, Art Clinic.
our gold sponsor, Evolution Design Lab.
Gold sponsor Arthur and Iona Kwan.
Gold sponsor, Monarch Private Capital.
Gold sponsor Trans Global.
Gold sponsor, Walmart.
And we have our silver sponsors. And thank you all our silver sponsors.
Also our emerald sponsors. It should be on the screen.
And our bronze sponsors. I think they'll be up on the screen shortly.
And finally, our community sponsors.
And to all you supporters as well, thank you. Of course, we want to thank you all, our sponsors, but last but certainly not least, I want to appreciate and thank our Gala committee. Many of us are here with us and appreciate all the work that they put in. So thank you, Dr. Victor Chiang, LJ, Charles Hung, Eric, Keiko, Michael Lee, Jessica Lim, Lawrence Park, Elaine Quach, Carl Tong, Annie Shu, and Karen Yu. It's been a labor of love for the board and the Gala, and many of us, including Marco and myself, we created Facebook fundraisers to support, so I hope you guys all consider donating.
Our silent auction is online and open now. We have some fantastic items like Magic Castle VIP tickets, LA Charger game tickets, and more. Please visit APCF's Give Smart page to bid.
Okay, now we have a quick special message from Derrick Rose, point guard of the New York Knicks. When I mentioned our gala to him, he really had interest in supporting the Asian community, and so really appreciative of him donating not only the auction items, the jersey and the basketball, but also putting this together for us. The silent auction will close at 8:30 sharp, so please be aware and get your bids going.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is D Rose. I want to say congrats to the honoraries and the Asian Pacific Community Fund for your 31 years of hard work. Stay blessed and continue to do the good job you've been doing.
So they concluded. So just about Derrick Rose, I don't know how many of you are big NBA fans. I'm a big NBA fan. So Derrick Rose was one of the great NBA players until he was significantly injured, but he has come back with great resilience. Not the same player, but providing experience and leadership, right? So it just shows, I think it's reflective of his support of this community, that this community is tough, right? We can take difficult times, and if we come together with resilience and strength, and oftentimes they talk about the most successful people are those who persevere with resilience over great difficulty. So let's take that message and thank Derrick for his support of this gathering. Thank you to Marco. Thank you to Tony for their great leadership and putting this incredible event together. APF can't continue its work without the leadership of our extraordinary and one of a kind Chungyen Chen. Chungyen is my Xiao Mei Mei. I don't speak Chinese. I try to use a few words it just shows I was at the bottom of my class at my Sunday school Chinese lessons. That's my small little sister, right? And my other little sisters here are Marissa and Julia. I'm the older brother. But right, I thought it was going to be incredibly hard to replace Deborah, right? She did such a great job with APCF. Chunyan brought her unique qualities, her perseverance, her incredible vision, and she has second to none tenacity, right? Everything she does with excellence and 100% commitment. So whether it's wife to Frank, mother, APCF, right, cleaning out your wallet, She goes for it all, right? But she cares, most importantly, like her family, this is her family. We're her family, this community is her family, and why this organization has really elevated itself over the recent years is not only the great leadership of the former chairs, the board members, all of your support, it's Chunyan harnessing all together, understanding that we are in this together. So to our wonderful leader, fearless leader, Chunyan, come up and let's hear your comments.
My Chinese is better than Jiang's. So I can say 是小妹妹. Little sister in Chinese, 小妹妹. Welcome all. Thank you so much for joining us in the Asian Pacific Community Fund. I'm very honored to be the Executive Director of 2021 right now. Last year has been very difficult for everybody. People thought I have a direct dial to governor, so they know that June 15 have to reopen, so we can have an event on June 17. But I want to say thanks to all of you. APCF believing that API community is best served by the API nonprofit who can provide culturally language appropriate service to respond to our own community. That's what APCF believe. So that's how we started. But we are proud to share today the slide going to show you that in 2021, we actually have 62 nonprofit joining our network, serving 2.5 million people in the Southern California in 34 API language plus Spanish, English. And totally together, Southern California is really benefited by all the 62 nonprofits. Let's give a round of applause to all of them. However, I think nonprofits still lack of a financial resource. We all know that. And you have to be the crisis for you to find out the truth. And the pandemic actually brings out the truth, right? So it's important for us to know that most of our nonprofits working so hard, like one-stop shop for every service they provide, but they don't get enough funding. Most important, they don't have enough unrestricted funding to really help them to do their infrastructure, capacity building, training their staff, providing additional something that most of the grant don't provide. The grant want you to do direct service. So that's why APCA has really transformed. As we go into the next slide, I want to show you that our capacity building program, I do want to call for the action is because with the rising anti-Asian hate, we all know, not just pandemic, the recent incident, this actually become the highlight. Did you know that every $100 the foundation gave out in the United States, only 20 cents go to the API nonprofit? The second finding, this is the research we done ourselves. Among the entire California API nonprofit, there's 46% in the Southern California. But compared with the Northern and Southern California, the percentage in a financial debt in Southern California is higher than in the Bay Area, as you can see, because we are farther than Sacramento in the center of the power. Finally, with our network agency, as you can see that, we had the statistic. We know that over 75% of them are operating under 1 million annual budget and less than 10 staff. Think about your company. If you don't have that staff, how can you do it? But the worst is, among that 75%, actually 37 of them are actually only $250,000 annual budget. And think about $250,000, you can only do, maybe hire one staff, two staff only. You have to pay the rent and utility. So think about that. They are doing so much. 2.5 million people they are serving with this kind of staffing level. How can they ever spare their extra resource to even train their staff? Some people always complain, oh, API nonprofit not as same like a mainstream nonprofit. But have you asked, have you sustained them? Have you helped them to grow? So today, I really actually want to share with you why APCF have come to become where we are today after 31 years. Because many people know we started as an Asian version of United Way. That's how we started. We just wanted to raise the money and give them out. But now we see that not just the money, they need to get the support from the capacity building training. So today, I'm sharing the next slide, actually is the impact. I know the number is very small, but for people watching the virtually, you'll see very clearly. And you can watch it again. You can find this statistic at our website. Actually, I want to read it out because I think it's a very important statistic. Number means so much. APCF actually, in the past, we never do the fundraising when we started. I think Bill knows, many of our founding board already know, we don't do fundraising, we don't compete funding with other nonprofit. But around 15 years ago when Deborah started becoming executive director, we realized if we want to help them capacity building for free so they don't have to cost them anything, we need to raise our own money. So our annual fundraising starting 17 years ago is really raise money to do the capacity building program, to sustain the nonprofit. And this is the impact I'm showing you right now, because this is the money you give us a sponsorship, silent auction, online donation, everything you give today, the annual giving is the one, this is the money coming from, and it's doing the work. As you can see that the first bubble show you the capacity building workshop. Think about that, totally around 200 different nonprofit, over 1,000 employees already attend our workshop. Totally free, they don't have to pay. Meet a funder. We actually brought the mainstream funder to meet with all the nonprofit, even do the speed dating one-on-one, as you can see on the picture. So the funder finally get to meet with those nonprofit, they never heard of it. So because that meet a funder meeting, we actually adding additional new 1.4 million to the nonprofit who attend the meet the funder. Just because that night event, they got to know the funder. We also do the board leadership, and we have very great partner with the Asian American Professional Association. Because the partnership, we are able to have over 55 companies, almost like 163 employees, finish the 6 months training in order to be nonprofit board. And many of them, half of them, already successfully serve and volunteer at their own federal love nonprofit board. I think that's a very important pipeline of a leader of a nonprofit. Finally, to see is to believe. I know a lot of funders, they are seeing the grant proposal when they are sitting on the desk. It's just a number. We need to bring them out. So APCF actually coordinate with Southern California Grantmaker, Asian American Philanthropy, AAPI Philanthropy, to really invite the funder to come out to tour our API community, to see what is going on in our neighborhood. So together, over 200 nonprofit program officers from all the 50 nonprofit or 50 foundation already come to visit 26 nonprofits in the Southern California in the past 5 years. Let's give a round of applause for all the people be part of this and make it possible so we can really raise the money to continue support. So today, I want you to be proud. Whoever support our fundraising ever, you are the one create this number, not me. Without your dollar, we couldn't do those events. So I want to give a round of applause to yourself today as a sponsor, as a donor, as a silent auction bidder, everything you have done, including our amazing board directors since the funding. And many of them are here today. Later we're going to recognize. But once again, I want to say that it's been a difficult year, but the crisis always brings the opportunity. Because the opportunity, we can make the change. Together, we can make a difference. Thank you so much for being with us today. Thank you so much for supporting Asian Pacific Community Fund.
I was practicing my dance moves. Let's give another round of applause to Chunyan, and let's also recognize the incredible staff of APCF. Now, it gives me great pleasure to present the first award for the evening. At APCF, we're about building Asian American philanthropy, and we want to honor and recognize those who are leading the way, those who are supporting our efforts, and those who are a role model for all of us. This year's Corporate Philanthropy Award goes to South Coast Plaza. Located in Orange County, home to the third largest API population in the country, South Coast Plaza has partnered with the APCF and NAACF to hold the first countrywide Asian Pacific Heritage Month celebration in May 2019, which has since become an annual event. And I know many of us go to the Lunar New Year celebration that they have. With over 80 active working relationships with charitable organizations, South Coast Plaza supports varying causes that include the arts, education, environment, health, children, and families with the focus of help raising money and awareness for these vital organizations. Let's learn more about South Coast Plaza.
South Coast Plaza is an international shopping destination just minutes away from Southern California's popular Gold Coast. step into an unrivaled collection of over 250 of the world's finest boutiques. Prada, Louis Vuitton,
Hermes,
Chanel, Tiffany, Gucci, and Cartier are just a few of the exclusive designers that call South Coast Plaza home. Let South Coast Plaza awaken all of your senses. Dine at one of its highly acclaimed restaurants. Or take in the theater, a stage play or concert at the world-renowned Segerstrom Center for the Arts. South Coast Plaza has it all. South Coast Plaza, where the world comes to shop.
So I'm going to give a free shout out to Sugarfina. When I go to South Coast Plaza, if any of you gotten those little Sugarfina champagne bears, that's where I got them from you. So Sugarfina, next year, please support APCF so all the attendees can get a little box of gummy bears. Accepting on behalf of South Coast Plaza's Senior Director of International and Domestic Affairs Markets, Brian Chon. Many of you know Brian. He is absolutely everywhere, pre-COVID and hopefully after COVID.
On behalf of South Coast Plaza, I'd like to thank the Asian Pacific Community Fund, Chung Yin, and its executive board members for this incredible recognition and the honor to receive this award. I'm sorry I'm not there in person to accept this award, but I'm so glad to see the resumption of live events and the eventual return to normalcy after more than a year of personal and professional impacts from the pandemic. South Coast Plaza is probably most well known for its unparalleled collection of luxury brands and its premier shopping experience. Perhaps one may find our global culinary options or even the world-class Segerstrom Center for the Arts performing centers as highlights of their visit. But we are also very proud of our philanthropic legacy and the community engagement, particularly as it relates to the AAPI societies. Over the years, South Coast Plaza has become the venue for large-scale annual cultural events for the local Asian American community. The annual Lunar New Year celebration, now in its 10th year, brings together a global audience to welcome each new year. Our signature fall event, the Autumn Harvest Festival, gives thanks to a bountiful year and a vibrant season. We further bridge the Eastern and Western cultures by hosting significant events such as the Diversity Visionary Awards and celebrating the Asian Pacific American Heritage Month each year. These events highlight the heritage, cultures, and contributions of the AAPI communities. Additionally, South Coast Plaza has over 80 active working relationships with charitable organizations and supports a variety of causes that include arts, education, environment, health, children, and family, with the focus of helping to raise awareness and fund these vital organizations in our community. As a proud Asian American myself, I always believed in adapting both cultures, embracing diversity, and building bridges across different cultures. I'm so proud to represent South Coast Plaza and embody its values and mission. South Coast Plaza recognizes the importance of being a leader in the global community. We appreciate the opportunity to create lasting memories for stylish visitors from all around the world. Above all, South Coast Plaza embraces family. The Segerstrom family has provided visionary leadership for South Coast Plaza for over 50 years, and the future has never looked brighter. We look forward to more contributions and working closely with APCF to support the AAPI communities. I'd like to again thank APCF for bestowing the Corporate Philanthropy Award to South Coast Plaza, and more importantly, for the great work they do in cultivating philanthropists to better serve the AAPI communities. I also like to congratulate all of the honorees tonight for the wonderful work that they do as we all come together in unity and lift up one another. Thank you.
I'm now excited to introduce the Korean American Scholarship Foundation, this year's Community Hero Award. Founded in 1969, KASF began as a local organization with limited focus and funding resources. Today, 50 years later, KSFF expanded nationally with 7 regional chapters serving all 50 states. To date, over 6,700 students have benefited from KASF scholarships. Let's learn more about the Korean American Scholarship Foundation.
It all started at a Christmas party in 1969, where a group of Korean students in Washington, D.C. raised $325. This small amount of money inspired Walter Park and his friends with a vision to help others. In the past 50 years, the Korean American Scholarship Foundation has awarded $9.7 million in scholarships to over 6,500 students. That's a long way from that original $325. In 1985, we decided to help students in all 50 states. Today, we have 7 regional chapters. Korean culture promotes family values. So do we. Many members today are children of past members. Our fundraising efforts include a permanent endowment. We have a new legacy project called 50/50 Legacy that supports our Chair Scholarship Program. We also provide many special fundraising events for the entire family to enjoy. We are honored that many of our members today are former scholarship winners. Our recipient to donor program honors their homecoming as active donors and participants. We will continue to help financially assist future generations of Korean American students for the next 50 years and beyond.
Yes. Well, I'm excited that KASF President is here to accept the award on behalf of the organization. Robin, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. I am proud to be here to accept the Community Hero Award on behalf of the Korean American Scholarship Foundation. It is especially gratifying because I believe the name of the award truly reflects the spirit of the founders, donors, board members, and volunteers who constitute KASF. As you saw in the video, KASF was founded by Korean immigrants to the US who wanted to help others in their community who faced similar struggles as themselves in their pursuit of their educational goals. Through their passion, hard work, and foresight, they created an enduring organization that has continued to thrive and grow for over 50 years, touching the lives of thousands of students across the US, and with an endowment of $5 million that ensures the stability of the organization for years to come. In addition, many of our board members and donors are former recipients of the scholarship themselves and have chosen to continue the cycle of community support established by our founders. Finally, as KASF is a volunteer-managed organization, our board members and volunteers offer their ideas, their time, their labor to keep the organization running. And so I am truly grateful for their tireless efforts. So thank you, APCF, for this award. KASF is honored and privileged to be recognized by you and to be in the company of all the other extraordinary honorees here today. Thank you.
Here's the award. We're gonna take a picture.
Stand away from the mic. So it's now my extreme honor to present my dear, dear friend, Julia Gouw, the Philanthropy Leadership Award. Many in the community know Julia, right? There's a familiar mantra. Anytime people talk about Julia, right, it's like, Julia Gouw, oh, I love her. Oh, Julia Gouw, I love her, right? It's a little bit for those who don't. Born and raised in Indonesia, Julia came to the United States to achieve her American dream. To say she has done so, not only for herself and her beautiful husband, Ken, but for so many of us would be a dear understatement. Men never get to be beautiful, and they never get to be the arm candy. So I'm trying to start a whole new trend. We're trying to open the world for everybody. Julia is the retired president, chief operating officer, and member of the board of directors of East West Bancorp. Julia now serves on the board of many foundations and nonprofits and corporations. She started a female-led bank, giving back to the communities that help her achieve her dream. Let's learn more about Julia and her wonderful journey.
As a young girl growing up in Indonesia, it was always my dream to go to college in the United States. I immigrated here in 1978 to attend the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign and studied accounting. With my education, I was able to have a successful career and make my American dream come true. That is why I'm passionate about giving back to the country that helped me to get to where I am today. Philanthropy is one of the best features of American culture, and it's even more important in today's environment for Asian Americans. Coronavirus has dramatically impacted our lives this year. What started off as slides of Kung flu or Chinese virus has now ballooned into more than 6,000 anti-Asian hate crimes in a year. The reality is, if we stay quiet, we'll continue to get bullied or ignored. It really is not the time to retreat. The Asian American community must step up and come together. Let's support the invaluable work at the Asian Pacific Community Fund, which provides crucial funding and guidance for numerous small nonprofits serving those who are most vulnerable and overlooked in the AAPI community. Many of these organizations have been severely impacted by the pandemic, and APCF's donor service platform has been a lifeline for them. I call upon all of those in the AAPI community to take a stand with me now. Together with APCF, we are announcing an exciting new initiative, the Women Leadership in Philanthropy Fund. And I would like to personally invite my fellow Asian American women leaders to take part in this groundbreaking opportunity. Join me in this effort by pledging $10,000 annually to invest in our community and create long-lasting social and direct economic impact on the lives of those who need our help the most. Together, we can be a powerful and visible force for good. It is time to come forward and take our seat at the table.
As the president of the Torrance branch of the Julia Gouw fan club, let me welcome one of our community's great heroes.
Thank you. I'm short, so I have to always adjust the mic. Thank you, John, for the kind introduction. Thank you, Chonyan and APCF for this award. Congratulations to APCF for its 31st anniversary. I also want to extend my congratulations to all the honorees today. I'm honored to receive the Philanthropy Leadership Award. It means a lot to me, coming from an organization that is driving such important work in the Asian American community. APCF supports more than 2.5 million people in our community. 78% of those served are low income and have suffered greatly in the past year. APCF is one of the 286 organizations that received a generous donation from McKinsey Scott. It is a testament of the good work and contributions of APCF in our community. Asians make up 6% of the population, but own 10% of businesses. Many of these businesses are small mom and pops that are struggling due to the pandemic. There are so many stories of people that lost everything and have to start all over again. The community have been gravely impacted, both emotionally as well as financially. At this crucial time, the most important in a generation, we need to uplift one another. We as leaders in the community have the privilege and the platform. We must put aside our fears and use our collective power to help our community be heard. If we don't speak up for our community, who will? That's why I'm passionate about the Women Leadership in Philanthropy Fund. This is a special moment in history, and we must build on the momentum that has been generated and make a show of strength together now, or risk becoming invisible again. It's time to make a strong statement and impact. Join me and let's create a lasting change together. Thank you very much.
Actually, you just heard Julia's video, and she mentioned about Women Leadership in Philanthropy Fund. Actually, during the Anti-Asian Hate last year, I called Julia. I said, we have an honoree, we have an award, but we need to do more. And she said, Ching, I'll give you 10,000. And invite everybody to join me to give 10,000. I'm like, okay, how do I do that? So right away, I went home, I studied, and I told her, let's do Women Leadership in Philanthropy Fund. We're going to invite all the women, men welcome too, okay? But the fund called Women Leadership in Philanthropy Fund. We invite all of you, $10,000 annually pledge, join Julia Gouw to be part of the APCF. We're going to do the in-person event September. Whoever pledged, we're going to invite you in person, have a nicely, wonderful event together. Then we will decide how to invest back to API community. So you have a chance to make a decision how to work together with APCF and with Julia, with all the women. And actually, next slide I want to show you is very important about the mission of Women Leadership in Philanthropy Fund. Basically, we want more women to step up. All of the women here, tell your husband you are in charge of the wallet. Secondly, many of you probably heard the news. This Tuesday, we have a very great news. You can see from the screen who was that person, but actually not one person, it's together. That's why I say men can join this fund. Actually, Ms. Scott told me the grant she gave out, $2.7 billion to 286 nonprofits, is together with her and her husband. So I really think that's the partnership. As a couple, they invest in all the community. And I want to recognize Julia's husband, who always there, be the happiest man, and he always support everything Julia say, and they say yes. So I don't think, Julia, you're asking about 10,000 first, right? So you just say yes, and can't have to do it. So hopefully all the women today, all the husband, embrace your women to make a decision. Change the society, how the woman can be the leader of philanthropy. We are not housewives, we are professional women. We have the decision we can make together. Asian Pacific Community Fund invite all of you to join Julia together. Hopefully see you in person September to have the Women Leadership in Philanthropy Fund together. You will be invited as though you pledge to join $10,000 annually. We welcome you, and Julia will definitely give you a big hug by the time we have the party, right?
Yes.
Thank you so much, Julia.
Okay.
The award is yours.
Thank you, Chun Yun.
So this next part of the program is incredibly exciting. So when Chun-Yen called me and she goes, I'm going to put you on stage, I thought this was my big chance, right, for redemption. Chun-Yen and her husband Frank a long time ago tried to teach me how to dance. That didn't go very well. Some of you know, like, I love to sing, but I'm horrible. So I thought Chun-Yen, this was her opportunity. She goes, no, you get to introduce somebody who can sing, right? Somebody who can really belt it out. Well, hey, this is a great opportunity of me standing next to greatness. So it's now my honor to bring to the stage for a special performance, Cheryl K. This is going to be an incredible treat. One of the great things Julie and Ken do is they invite their dear friends, right? And at a couple's dinners, we got to listen to Cheryl K. Cheryl is best known for her work on Crazy Rich Asians, singing Money, That's What I Want, in both the opening title screen, it's appropriate here, and ending credits. She was also a contest on this year's season of American Idol, Her songs are currently available on all major music platforms. Performing Adele's Make You Feel My Love, let's welcome the incredible Cheryl K.
I'm gonna get that mic over there. Hello everyone, how are you guys doing? Okay, so as John mentioned, thank you for the incredible introduction. My name is Cheryl K, and I'm so honored to be here to perform for you guys today. Thank you, Asian Pacific Community Fund, for having me perform for all of you guys, and just congratulations to all the award recipients. You guys are so amazing. I hope to be there someday, you know, to be able to receive an award like that. And I also want to say a special congratulations to my dear friend Julia Gouw for the Philanthropy Leadership Award. That is truly incredible. So today I will be performing Make You Feel My Love, and I hope that you guys enjoy it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, John. And again, my name is Cheryl K, and if you guys would like to check out my music, you can find me at This Is Cheryl K. Thank you again.
Stay up here for a second. Okay, so fun facts, or actually we're going to play a little trivia question. So if we can get it right, I'll contribute $888 to the Women's Leadership and Philanthropy Fund. Okay, so we're going to guess the name of Cheryl K's dogs, right? Give a hint. They're not those shoes. I was told those are Valentinos? Or those are, don't say it if they are. They're the right ones? Oh, they're not the right ones? Okay, so if you know my name and you got the initials, they're the same initials for one of her dogs. Got it. Who got it? Okay, so $888 contributed. She has another one. And so I'll give another $888 if you guess that one right. You want to give a clue?
Okay, so we call him Jimmy and the other one blank, something. You guys have to guess it. Well, the second one is a jewelry designer. It starts with an H.
Oh! Sean, good job. Thank you.
So it's Jimmy and Winston. Okay.
Perfect, good. Well, this part of the program gives me great, not only professional privilege, but great personal privilege to announce some of the honorees. We are going to recognize in this next part of the program those who are visionary leaders of this organization. APCF wouldn't be where it is today without those who helped lay the incredible foundation for this current generation. Today we recognize 6 individuals, many of them who are dear friends of mine: Marissa Castro-Salvati, Catherine Endo Chuck, Bill Watanabe. For those of you who walked through the halls, you couldn't miss Bill's name. Robert Yap, Michael Chee, and Tony Yu, who have served as the chair of APCF's board of directors for 3 or more years. This group includes those, for instance, like Marissa. I had the incredible privilege of walking her mom down the aisle for Marissa and Gary's wedding. And then Rob Yap is my pretzel buddy. Every once in a while we have his car. We both live in the South Bay. And then when you look at Chuck, Tony, as I mentioned, Bill, Michael, Catherine, they are true pioneers, stewards for leadership in Los Angeles, for which we are all incredibly blessed. So thank you. During their time as board chair, each of them was responsible for implementing and improving programs and services at APCF. Let's learn more about our 6 honorees and their impact on this organization.
People were talking about, we need to have an Asian American United Way. And people would say, yeah, we should, but then nothing ever happened. But the idea stuck in my head, an Asian United Way type of an organization would be great to raise funds and to help support programs in the Asian American community.
10% of United Way's resources came from Asian communities. Less than 1% went to actually support the efforts and the needs.
We had to be assertive and innovative on how we can get APCF in the doors of these workplace giving campaigns. Our patience and our tenacity to work through the bureaucracies kept us alive and successful.
We were looking for employers who may have had some numbers of Asian American employees that might be interested in participating in a United Way kind of campaign.
During my time as board chair, the Asian Fund began offering regular technical assistance and training on a bi-monthly basis with our affiliate agencies in leadership development, fundraising, program development, and strategic planning. The long-term goal was to enable them to sustain it on their own.
Giving circles became kind of a popular philanthropic method. If I can get 20 of my friends to do $200 each, then we're talking about $4,000 that we can give as a grant.
During my time as board chairman, our board and staff were looking for ways to grow. I really wanted us to include increasing philanthropy to and from our community as part of our growth, like donor advised funds. My hope is that by 2030, this reaches 100 million.
It was important for APCF to undertake distribution of scholarships and assist with Verizon Scholarship Program because it empowers our youth and our disadvantaged youth, especially in the API sector, to pursue higher education, which is an important pathway and ticket to future success. And the board leadership program is a fantastic pathway to become eligible to join nonprofit boards and other leadership positions.
My focus was to expand the board and invite top professionals who have access to hundreds of clients and inspire those clients to support the API community. We worked hard to foster our inner philanthropy spirit.
I started out with we needed an Asian American United Way, and I think we've gone beyond that. It has become just a great resource for the community. To me, it has become far more than I could dare to hope.
What a great group. Here on stage accepting the Visionary Leadership Awards are Marissa Castro-Salvati, Catherine Endo Chuck, Bill Watanabe. I also forgot to mention, Bill had done extraordinary work in making sure that we build more affordable housing in the city of Los Angeles. Robert Yap, Michael Chee, and Tony Yu. Presenting the awards are Gala Tony Chair, Tony, we're bringing back Tony and Marco.
I guess I'll start off. Good evening, everybody. As John had said, I'm Marissa Castro-Salvati. I actually would have to correct you, by the way. Where are you, John? John? You know what? I was trying to figure out what it means to be a big sister. It's actually, I'm your big sister. Correction. So actually, you should be calling me ate. And that's in Tagalog. But I wanted to actually just take this opportunity to say thank you and for APCF for allowing us to have this beautiful venue. Isn't this an incredible venue? Outdoors, beautiful building, and I guess we have to thank Bill because Bill is responsible, and I'm sure he'll share a little bit more about this beautiful building because this is a new building that we have as a jewel here in Little Tokyo Service Center. So tonight, it's all about Asian Pacific Community Fund. In the days when we used to actually work with the communities, I was actually then a legislative staffer for Willie Brown. It was great to have a connection with Bill and others who have actually had that vision in making sure that we had a united way for API communities. And that's why we had that incredible platform of, as I see on the mission, you have building a healthier community. You have creating a voice for API community. And of course, most important thing of all is developing the API leaders here in the community. So tonight, thank you, Chun Yen. And by the way, Chun Yen, a group of us, actually, I have to kind of embarrass her a little bit. We actually brought her into the community of the API community. She was actually one of our executive directors that had actually brought in to do Asian Pacific Women's Center, which unfortunately is no longer around. It's been folded to another organization. But Chun Yen was the incredible executive director of the Asian Pacific Women's Center. And I'm so glad we brought her here and now she is part of this incredible organization. But I wanted to actually also highlight and say that Southern California Edison, who I currently am employed with, I've been with the company 25 years. I have to say they deserve this award as well, because they are ones that had the vision in making sure that Southern California Edison was part of the inaugural seed money that was given to APCF at that time. And we are actually, I could proudly say, Edison International is actually the first company that was actually not a LA County agency to be part of the employee giving. So that was the bread and butter by those days, is the employee giving. And Edison is the proud inaugural business that had actually come out. So today, this is all about APCF. This is all about my co-founders and other honorees that are here. So thank you very much, and I will take it on. And Kathy, you're next.
Oh, thank you, Marissa, and thank you all for this award. It means a lot to me. When I got here earlier this evening, Bill Watanabe reminded me how I got involved in the Asian Pacific Community Fund. He didn't need to remind me, actually. I always remember, because I was a young lawyer, or youngish lawyer, and I was working long hours. And after a number of years, I just kind of lifted my head up off the desk, and I decided I need to do something that is different. So I wanted to volunteer on a good nonprofit board. So I didn't know Bill, but he was recommended to me, so I invited him to lunch, told him about myself, and told him I had a desire to practice nonprofit law, and he directed me to the Asian Fund Board. And it was a privilege for me to serve on that board for the next 13 years. Thank you. And I have fond memories, met a lot of good people, and it was an honor to have played a small role in the history of the organization. I want to pay special thanks to the current board of the fund, to Chun-Yen and your staff, to the fund's donors and supporters for your lasting commitment to philanthropy. I'm impressed by the levels that you've taken the fund to, the success, and under your leadership, I'm very grateful for what you've all done. So thank you very much for this award tonight.
Thank you to the Asian Pacific Community Fund for the Visionary Leadership Award. There was a time when the Asian Fund was more vision than reality, and those of us who served as board chair, especially in the early days, we had to worry about paying the staff and will we have enough money to cover all of our bills. And so I think for all of us, we felt a little bit like a parent of a small child and wanting to nurture them and make sure they can grow and be healthy. And so I do feel like a parent who has seen a child become a strong and healthy entity that is not only strong in itself, but is able to get out into the community and help other groups so that they can serve the people. I said pretty much what I wanted to say in the video. I had to kind of look very carefully because I thought I was wearing the same shirt. But anyway, it's really an honor to be a part of this group because it is vital. Thank you to all of the staff and the current board members who are really going to take it to the next level. Thank you.
Well, good evening, everybody. I just want to start off by saying I'm just so thrilled to be out in public and at a venue with human beings and colleagues and friends and see you all once again and see everybody once again, see our community kind of come back to life at this point in time. I was thinking about tonight, and there's really two things I wanted to share with everybody. One is my thanks and appreciation to APCF, an organization I've known and been involved with for a very long time. The road, well, I should say philanthropy and community building is a long and winding road, right? It's a never-ending road, but it does have a light at the end of the tunnel, and the light is, I think, what we see going on here today, what my colleagues have accomplished, what APCF has accomplished. I think if you'd asked me when I was board chair, even with the tremendous change and pivoting the organization was undergoing, if I could have predicted where APCF would be today at this moment, I couldn't have guessed it would be in such a much more powerful, sustaining position thanks to Chee, people like John supporting us, my colleagues contributing all their efforts to all of that. So I think part of the journey is seeing it all come to fruition in milestones along the way. So I'm very, very thankful for that and to have been a part of that. And then the one thought I wanted to share with everybody is, I think, Julie, you're right. Your words really were powerful. I think this is not a time to back down or back away for all of our AAPI brothers and sisters. We've seen the sheet pulled back through the veil of the pandemic. We've seen how our AAPI brothers and sisters are really seen, really treated by some forms of society, by other people. And while those are important issues, and it's certainly for some of us the most important issue, and work like this that goes on here is part of the solution and addressing those issues, I'd just like to leave a thought for everybody out there watching, listening, and here today. I've had the privilege being in the field, serving in infrastructure, seeing large-scale projects. Our planet is in trouble. In addition to all the societal problems we have, in addition to all the challenges our AAPI brothers and sisters have, our planet is in very, very serious trouble. And it's not a matter of what your faith is, or what your belief system is, or what your politics are, because it's real. It's happening right now. California has no water. We're going to have less water in 30 days from now, in 90 days from now. We have a housing problem. We're going to have a food shortage problem that's contributed to by the lack of water and climate change that we're undergoing right now. Nobody predicted triple-digit weather in June right now that we're undergoing. It's unprecedented, even for California, even for the Southwest. So my message and my ask is that if we don't have a planet, we don't have a society, and if we don't have a society, our work doesn't have any place to go, doesn't have an impact, right? And this is going to affect the next generation, which is our children. It's happening now. They're going to live it. They're going to feel it. It's going to happen. It's going to get worse. And I don't mean to be doom and gloom, but my ask is we all need to think about right now what we do, right? All the cardboard boxes that end up on our porches from Amazon end up somewhere, right? The choices we're making right now are affecting us as a society, are affecting our environment, are affecting how we live, and that in turn affects the work we can do through organizations like this, through APCF. All the funds in the world don't matter if none of us has any water to drink, right? So that's my simple ask. I won't dwell on it that much longer. I think we all have a contribution to make in our own ways, and I just want to express my thanks for being out here with all of you again. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I just want to thank the board for this great honor and being recognized with all the wonderful people who are awarded today. I actually learned about philanthropy as an AmeriCorps service member in 1996. I was in a grant makers forum at the time, and I met several people at the Asian Pacific Islanders in Philanthropy. And that's where I learned that we, as a community, receive less than 1% of philanthropic dollars, even though today we represent almost 7% of the American community. And so when I had the opportunity to join APCF, one of the things that I really pushed for was adding donor-advised funds, which is us learning philanthropy and doing philanthropy ourselves. Of course, we also fought for other philanthropies to recognize our community and its needs, but we also need to be able to do it ourselves. And I think I've been excited by the growth of that program. At the time when we said, hey guys, let's get together $100,000 to give out. I mean, that would just be amazing. And a lot of my board members were like, okay guys, we're still working on our budget. How are we gonna raise $100,000 to give away? And with the hard work and dedication of all the organization and all the board members and the future board members from then, that donor advised fund is now has almost $10 million under management. And so when I said, hey, in that short clip on the film, I said, hey, it'd be really great if we made it 100 million in 10 years. 10 years ago it was 100,000, and this group made it times 10 in 10 years. So Chun-Yen is $100 million something that you could do in the next 10 years. I think Julia has already started the first piece of that. So, and I do think it's that necessary. As much as we should fight for representation and fairness for our community in mainstream government and nonprofits and philanthropy, we also have to participate. We also have to be part of that problem, solving of that problem. The other thing I wanted to say is I couldn't be prouder to receive this award, but I also want to accept it on behalf of myself and my beloved wife, who's sitting over there filming. She, as many of you know her, she's Jennifer Lynn. She's been involved in a lot of different nonprofits over the years as well, and supported me so heavily over the years when I was the chair of Community Fund, because it does really involve a lot of reaching out and fundraising and efforts, and I wouldn't have been able to do it without her. So thank you on behalf of both of us.
Hello. So if Bill is the parent of this organization, I'm like the little baby. Out of all these predecessors, I'm the youngest little kid, all right? So thank you so much for the award, Chung-Yen and the current board. For me, I joined the APCF. I didn't have a philanthropic bone in me. I was thinking, oh, there's some good friends in there, some networking opportunities. So unlike them, I came in not with a lot of altruistic intent, but then after joining the board and then getting more involved, I asked Deborah Fong to teach me about philanthropy. And I asked Chung-Yen to teach me. So I asked them to arrange visits for me to go to the grant recipient centers to really see and touch and feel the impact of what we do. And I'm so thankful for Chung-Yen and Deborah to teach me about philanthropy. So I am the youngest of this whole group. I'm learning philanthropy as I go. I do want to say thank you to the board members that served with me in my term. Some of them are here with me today. So Wendy, Amanda, we got Ben, we got Jenner. I don't know if I missed anybody else. Sean right there. So I'm just so thankful that I had the opportunity to work with you. At the end of the day, what I realized about philanthropy, the core, the starting point is the relationships. It always starts from you're my buddy. The vision's there, the cause is there, but you're my buddy, hook it up, let's do this together, let's make a difference. So, for you to be here, it's all relationships. For us to give money, it's all relationships. So I'm just grateful for the board that spent your time, your family time to serve with me on the board together, so to make the difference for APCF. So thank you so much, and go APCF.
Take a photo with Chun-Yen. Okay. Move over that one second. Welcome to LA. So we learned some important things. We got to save the world. Thank you, Michael, for those wonderful comments. We understood that Rob had to make good with Jennifer because they're on date night here with all of us. And we learned that we need to raise money so Bill Watanabe can get a second shirt. Thank you to all for our Visionary Leadership Awards and their contributions to APCF, which again are profound. Just a reminder that the silent auction is still open. Bidding ends promptly at 8:30, so get your bids in now. Just to get a hint, some of you know that I signed up for SAA, Silent Auction Anonymous. Some of you know for a long time I have a silent auction addiction. From a hint for lunch, I wanted sushi, but I ended up at Hot Pot. So those of you who outbid me, you know who you outbid on those, the Miyabi's uni and the, what is it, Pot on Fire or something like that. So you outbid me if you're winning on those bids. Please consider donating, even outbidding me through the Facebook fundraisers or the Give Smart page. And now, Tony, those were very terrific and interesting comments, right? Tony talked about being the baby, only the second baby in my life that I've seen with that much gray hair. But our next performer, she's still peaking. She's writing her own music. I peaked at age 10, fourth grade chorus. Then my voice got deeper and I sang out of tune for the rest of my life. Fortunately, we have the incredible Malea Emma, who's a 9-year-old singer, an actress whose national anthem performance at the LA Galaxy game went viral. They don't let me into the stadium. Since then, she's performed the national anthem at over 30 events. Malea Emma was invited to perform on American Idol and was awarded the golden ticket even though she was too young to compete. That's impressive. Performing her brand new release, Feel Like Home, please welcome to the stage, Malea Emma.
Hi everyone, so I'm Malea Emma. Tonight I will be singing my original song called Feel Like Home. And I wrote this song because nowadays there's been a lot of Asian hate crimes, and not only does it make me very sad, but also very scared. Even though I've lived here my whole entire life, sometimes it doesn't feel like this is my home. So I wrote the song hopefully to remind everyone that if you ever feel that way, then you have to speak up, find a friend or a family member so you can talk it out, and together we can build a better and stronger community where we can feel safe and feel like home. So I hope you like it. Thank you. Congratulations, Julia.
She's more profound at 9 than I am at 58. Feel like home, right? What I need, right? What powerful words, a sentiment to end all of this. What a great performance, Malea, Emma. Again, please consider joining Julia Gouw to be part of the Women's Leadership and Philanthropy Fund. We know much work needs to be done. If you have a scintilla of interest, contact Chun Yen, right? She will make all of that happen. It is, as Malea pointed out, right? We need to make sure that so many people who are isolated, disconnected, profoundly dislocated, feel like they have a home, right? We have each other to make that happen. Tonight, APCF is giving its in-person attendees a takeaway bag of food to enjoy at home. Usually we know we have these incredible delicacies, right? But to make sure that we're COVID conscious and being smart with all of our health, we're gonna follow best practices. APCF is proud to support the following API-owned restaurants and small businesses. Whatever you can, let's make sure that we help our fellow neighbors and human beings who are, right, economically under great turmoil. So anything we can to help our fellow neighbor, let's do that. Let's thank those who contributed this evening: Aloha Cafe, Aze Little Tokyo, King's Hawaiian, Kabunga Korean Grill, The Park's Finest, Rascal's Teriyaki Grill, Sake Dojo, and Spoon and Park. Let's give them a round of applause. APCF also wants to acknowledge Beam Suntory, whose in-kind donations of spirits and mixers are in craft cocktail kits our attendees can enjoy at home. Maybe we could do a Zoom cocktail hour.
I just want to make sure you don't open up when you are driving. I want to say in public, I'm kidding. But my staff spent 5 hours, put the kit together in the bartender area. So give a round of applause to my staff. In the back, you will see that amazing, individually wrapped and bag. Please don't open when you are in driving, okay?
And as a follow-up to that, I want all of you to film ripping that thing apart in 3 seconds. APCF is just again grateful, and I am grateful, Chun Yun's grateful to each and every single one of you for your extraordinary contribution and support to this organization, for having a greater vision for what we can do in this community and our world. With that, this program is concluded. Our silent auction concludes at 8:30, so another time to be generous, so make sure to put in and get your bids in. If you are a winner, we will coordinate item pickup or shipment with you next week. Please also consider donating to APCF through our Give Smart platform or one of our board members' Facebook fundraisers until the end of June. Any donation amount counts, so we greatly appreciate your support. Thank you for tuning in. To those who joined us virtually, we hope that next year you'll be able to celebrate together in person. Have a great night, and hope to see you in 2022.
I want to make sure everybody don't leave until we thank our amazing MC, former state treasurer, Chiang. I remember when I called him, I said, I need someone to do my hybrid gala. And right away, he said yes. And during the press conference, he's still in the other board director conference call until 6 p.m. and switched here to be MC right away. Let's give a round of applause again, John, for supporting APCF. And I joke that every year when we had the past 15th anniversary, every time he always come, no matter how busy he was changing his schedule from Sacramento when he was a controller, when he's a treasurer. He's really addicted to bidding, I have to admit that. Because every year he wants something, he couldn't finish, I end up go out eat with him. So I want him to win so I can go out. But most importantly, I think he has been always the same person, no matter which position he has been. No matter he's elected official, he always my best friend. Thank you so much. 我是你的小妹妹.
Thank you.
I'm waiting for him to join APCF board. So anyway, once again, thank you so much for joining me, and thank you so much for all the board director, Gala committee, merit this board, and all the honorees. You know, 31 years is not easy. I know I'm just very lucky to be the last current now to celebrate this amazing achievement. It's because of all of you, all the volunteer time you put together as a board director, as a founder. I just feel so honored to be here, seeing you in person. It's just fantastic. Thank you so much for being here today. Enjoy. And if you want a private tour of this Budokan place, Bill Watanabe, the founder who knows this space so well, he probably show you the sideway. But once again, please bid on silent auction, donate to our Give Smart platform and our Facebook fundraising. Thank you so much. See you next year.